ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng masang lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. Cool FM. You are listening to Cool FM. You are live from Cool Studios. This is Cool News at Noon.
Good afternoon and welcome to Cool News at Noon. The Department of Health dispatched on Friday medical teams to evacuation centers to ensure basic medical services. Health Secretary Teodoro Herboso said he ordered regional DOH offices to ensure the presence of the medical teams and coordinate with local disaster offices about areas that need health personnel. I have also instructed the emergency purchase of medicines for chronic conditions of evacuees such as hypertension and diabetes, as well as for the other health conditions of people in evacuation. We will continue to provide health services to the people as directed by President Marcos, Herboso said in a statement. The DOH said the Food and Drug Administration has expedited the clearance of around 1 million capsules of doxycycline. It added that it has started delivery of the drug, which is prescribed both as prophylaxis and treatment for leptospirosis to all regions nationwide. During an emergency conference on Thursday with DOH officials, Herboso instructed all government health teams quickly refer emergency or critical cases to larger medical centers, especially DOH hospitals that under gold, blue, or white alerts. The Secretary also visited on the same day East Avenue Medical Center in Quezon City, among Rodriguez Memorial Medical Center and H. Bautista Elementary School in Marikina City and San Mateo Elementary School in San Mateo, Rizal. The two schools were being used as evacuation centers with around 4,000 displaced individuals each. Police seized 850,000 pesos worth of shabu from an alleged high-value drug trafficker in a bypass operation in Das Marina City, Cavite, early Saturday, July 27. Cavite Police Chief Colonel Eleuterio Ricardo Jr. in the report said now, who is aged 25, was arrested by anti-illegal drugs operators after he allegedly sold shabu to a poster buyer in Barangay Datu Asmal at around 1:45 a.m. Seized from these suspects was a total of 125 grams of shabu. Police tagged the suspect, a resident of Barangay San Esteban, as among persons included in the police drug watch list as an high-value individual in the local drug trade. Authorities are investigating the source of the illegal drugs. The suspect was detained and is facing charge for violating Republic Act 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. The Department of Trade and Industry on Friday said a price freeze on basic necessities is now in effect in 7 areas due to the effects of Super Typhoon Karina and the Sarawak's monsoon. According to the DTI, these provinces include Metro Manila, Batangas, Cainita in Rizal, Cavite, Oriental Mindoro, Bataan, and Bulacan. There have been slight increases, less than 1%. But that is tolerable and we issued warnings to them, Trade Secretary Alfredo Pascal said in a radio interview. Pascal said that the price freeze will last for 60 days following the declaration of a state of calamity in an area, unless an announcement is made lifting the price control earlier. This price control includes essential goods such as rice, corn, bread, fresh vegetables, root crops, pork, beef, poultry, eggs, milk, coffee, sugar, cooking oil, and salt. Also included in the list are laundry soap, detergent, firewood charcoal, candles, and certain medicines classified as essential by the Department of Health. A day later, Pascal issued a warning to businesses that may attempt to exploit the situation. We have activated our monitoring teams to strictly enforce the price freeze. Those found violating the law will face severe consequences, including imprisonment and substantial fines. We urge all establishments to comply with the price freeze and prioritize the well-being of our fellow citizens during this difficult time, Pascal said. Under the Price Act, penalties for price manipulation include imprisonment of 5 to 15 years, with fines ranging from 5,000 pesos to 2 million pesos. Those found violating the price ceiling face prison time of 1 year to 10 years, as well as fines ranging from 5,000 pesos to 1 million pesos. Cases of overpricing or violations can be reported to the DTI Consumer Care Hotline at 1384 or via email at consumercare@dti.gov.ph. Bohol, which was named as Global Geopark by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, has improved its connectivity service in a bid to boost tourism and welcome more investors. Eastern Communications, the country's pioneering telecommunications company and information and communications technology solutions provider for 145 years, has launched a program to support the internet requirements of the province. We want to assure you that we are offering the best technology that you can find in the market, said Mike Castatinda, Vice President and Head of Sales at Eastern Communications during the Via Eastern launch event on Tuesday night, July 23. We see the Bilaran City as a strategic area for growth in the Visayas region, embracing digitalization initiatives like cashless transactions and the development of the new Bohol Business Park, which is projected to generate 3,000 jobs, he added. The event was attended by Bilaran Mayor Jin Yap, Board Member Aldner Damarero, Lawyer Lucas Nurnok, Chairman of Provincial Tourism Council, Engineer Albert Oy, Chairman of Bohol Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and members of the Bohol ICT Council. Eastern Communications focuses on bridging the digital gap and empowering local businesses through its innovative ICT solutions. The expansion will provide micro, small, and medium enterprises, as well as large enterprises in Bohol, with access to Eastern's fast and reliable connectivity services such as Eastern Fiber One and Internet Direct Service. Eastern Fiber One offers a sure high-speed fiber service that ensures optimal performance during peak office hours, making it an ideal choice for emerging businesses seeking affordable yet reliable internet. For enterprises requiring greater connectivity, IDS provides dedicated bandwidth speeds to ensure uninterrupted and round-the-clock operations. Reliable connectivity partner with ICT solutions are crucial for businesses to thrive and provide the best services to their stakeholders, that Jet Islao, Assistant Vice President and Head of Marketing and Customer Excellence at Eastern Communications. Our full suite of Internet and ICT solutions can be packaged to meet the unique requirements of each type of business, ensuring dependable and customized tech services for Boholanos, he added. Eastern Communications ICT solutions include network solutions, cybersecurity solutions, cloud and data center solutions, and business applications. These digital tools are essential for local enterprises to confidently expand and lead their businesses to success. Eastern Communications arrival at Bohol follows its nationwide expansion through the Joint Philippine Domestic Submarine Cable Network project, the longest undersea fiber optic cable network in the Philippines, spanning 2,500 kilometers. This strategic infrastructure investment ensures Bohol's high bandwidth and low latency connectivity, solidifying the province's position as a prime destination for business and leisure. We are proud to say that we are also present in 30 of the 38 next wave cities and digital cities identified by the Department of Information and Communications Technology and IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, a list that includes Tacbilaran City, said Castatinda. The 2024 Philippine Hotel Investment Outlook Survey said Bohol, particularly Panglao Island, is an emerging destination for investors. Bohol topped with 41% of respondents saying they wanted to put up hotels in the province, the data showed. Data from Bohol Tourism Office revealed there are currently 786 tourism accommodations in the province with a total capacity of 10,620. An additional 1,658 rooms are anticipated next year, while over 500 more rooms are expected in the next 3 to 5 years. The province data on tourism arrivals have shown steady growth, reaching 1 million in 2023. And 15 elementary and secondary schools in Quezon City have rescheduled their opening of classes for the school year 2024 to 2025 in August. In a Facebook post on Saturday, July 27, the local government said most public schools in the city will push through with the school year 2024 to 2025 class opening on Monday, July 29, except for the following, which are the following lists. For schools that will open on August 1, it's Santo Cristo Elementary School, Balumbato Elementary School, Congressman Reynaldo Kalaylay Elementary School, Sinactala Elementary School, Audelco Elementary School, San Francisco Elementary School, Tacloban Elementary School, Diosdado P. Macapagal Elementary School, Rosa L. Susano Elementary School, Josefa Jara Martinez High School, and Santa Lucia High School. And for the schools that will open on August 5, Betico Belmonte Elementary School, Masampong Elementary School, Masampong High School, and Sergio Osmenda Senior High School. Alright, it is now 12 minutes past 12, and we will continue with our headlines right here on koolNews at noon when we return here after this break. Welcome back. And now let's get into the international headlines as communities in the US, West, and Canada were under siege from raging wildfires on Friday as a fast-moving blaze sparked by lightning sent people fleeing on fire-ringed roads in rural Idaho, and a human-caused inferno forced the evacuation of hundreds of homes in Northern California. In eastern Oregon, a pilot was found dead in a small air tanker plane that crashed while fighting one of the many wildfires spreading across several western states. More than 110 active fires covering 2,800 square miles or 7,250 square kilometers were burning in the U.S. on Friday, according to the National Interagency Fire Center. Some were caused by the weather, with climate change increasing the frequency of lightning strikes as the region endures record heat and bone-dry conditions. Others were human-caused, like the park fire burning in Butte County, California, just northwest of the community of Paradise, where the 2018 Camp Fire killed 85 people and incinerated thousands of homes. Charlie Parker is one of hundreds who fled their homes this week as the park fire pushed close. Parker decided to leave with her forest ranch residence with her family when the fire began burning across the street. She has previously been forced out of 2 homes by fire, and she said she had little hope that her residence would remain unscorched. I think I have felt like I was in danger because the police had come to our house because we had signed up for early evacuation warnings, and they were running to their vehicle after telling us that we need to evacuate and they wouldn't come back, said Parker, a mother of 5. More than 130 structures have been destroyed by the fire, and thousands more remain threatened. The state's largest active wildfire began Wednesday when a man pushed a burning car into a gully in Chico and then calmly landed with others fleeing the scene, authorities said. Ronnie Diaz Scott, age of 42, of Chico, was arrested early Thursday and held without bail pending a Monday arraignment, officials said. There was no reply to an email to the district attorney asking whether the suspect had legal representation or someone who could comment on his behalf. By midday Friday, the fire had burned more than 278 square miles or 720 square kilometers across the Sierra Nevada foothills above the city of 100,000. It remained completely uncontained. Fire crews were making progress on another complex of fires burning in the Pilomas National Forest near the California-Nevada line, said Forest Service spokesperson Adrian Freeman. About 1,000 people had been displaced Thursday by the lightning-sparked gold complex fires, but some evacuations were limited Friday when the 5 square mile or 12 square kilometer fire was about 11% contained. Fire managers pulled about 200 of the firefighters off the line at the gold complex so they could aid efforts on the park fire near Chico. In Oregon, a Grand County search and rescue team on Friday morning located a small single-engine air tanker that had disappeared while fighting the 219 square mile or 567 square kilometers false fire burning near the town of Seneca and the Mulhanner National Forest. The pilot died, said Bureau of Land Management Information Officer Lisa Clark. No one else was aboard the Bureau contracted aircraft when it went out in steep forested terrain. The most damage so far has been to the Canadian Rockies Jasper National Park, where a fast-moving wildfire forced 25,000 people to flee and devastated the park's namesake town, a World Heritage Site. In Idaho, lightning strikes sparked fast-moving wildfires and the evacuation of multiple communities, including one where a man drove past a building and trees engulfed in flames as a tunnel of smoke rose over the roadway. Videos posted to social media include a man who said he heard explosions as he fled Julietta, about 27 miles or 43 kilometers northeast of the University of Idaho's campus in Moscow. The town of just over 600 residents was evacuated Thursday just ahead of roaring fires, as were several other communities near the Clearwater River and the Nez Perce Tribal Hatchery Complex, which breeds salmon. This a rough one. This sequence of fires, said Robbie Johnson, a public information officer with the Idaho Department of Lands. We're using everything we have got. When you have those initial fire starts in an area, you have to say this needs aircraft over here, and make sure those rough decisions about the attack. We have got really smart people working on that. There's no estimate yet on the number of buildings burned in Idaho, nor is there information about damage to urban communities, Johnson said Friday morning. Oregon still has the biggest active blaze in the United States, the Turkey Fire, which combined with the Cal Fire to burn nearly 630 square miles or 1,630 square kilometers. It remains unpredictable and was only 20% contained Friday, according to the government website INCIWEB. The National Interagency Fire Center said more than 27,000 fires have burned more than 5,800 square miles or 15,000 square kilometers in the U.S. this year, and in Canada, more than 8,000 square miles or 22,800 square kilometers have burned in more than 3,700 fires so far, according to its National Wildland Fire Situation Report issued Wednesday. Former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama have endorsed Kamala Harris in her White House bid, giving the Vice President the expected but still crucial backing of the nation's two most popular Democrats. The endorsement, announced Friday in a video showing Harris accepting a joint phone call from the former first couple, comes as Harris builds momentum as their party's likely nominee after President Joe Biden decided to end his re-election bid and endorse his second-in-command against Republican nominee and former President Donald Trump. It highlights the friendship and potentially historic link between the nation's first black president and the first woman, first black woman, and first person of Asian descent to serve as vice president, who is now vying to break those barriers at the presidential rank. We called to say, Mitchell, and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office, the former president told Harris, who is shown taking the call as she walks backstage at an event trailed by a Secret Service agent. Said Michelle Obama, "I can't have this call without saying to my girl, Kalama, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic," she added. Harris, who has known the Obamas since before his election in 2008, thanked them for their friendship and said she looks forward to getting there, being on the road with them in the 3-month bliss before Election Day on November 5. We're gonna have some fun with this too, aren't we?" Harris said. The Obamas are perhaps the last major party figures to endorse Harris formally, a reflection of the former president's desire to remain, at least publicly, a party elder operating above the fray. The Obamas remain prodigious fundraising draws and popular surrogates at large campaign events for Democratic candidates. According to an Associated Press survey, Harris already has secured the public support of a majority of the delegates to the Democratic National Convention, which begins August 19 in Chicago. The Democratic National Committee expects to hold a virtual nominating vote that would, by August 7, make Harris and a yet-to-be-named running mate the official Democratic ticket. Biden endorsed Harris within an hour of announcing his decision Sunday to end his campaign amid widespread concern about the 81-year-old president's ability to defeat Trump. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries, former House Minority Whip Jim Clyburn, former President Bill Clinton, and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton followed in the days after. The Obamas, however, trod carefully as Harris secured the delegate commitments, made the runs among core Democratic constituencies, and raised more than $120 million. The public caution tracks how the former president handled the weeks between Biden's debate debacle against Trump and the president's eventual decision to end his campaign. Barack Obama was a certain presence in the party's manifest, but he operated quietly. Obama's initial statement after Biden's announcement did not mention Harris. Instead, he spoke generically about coming up with a nominee to succeed Biden. "I have extraordinary confidence that the leaders of our party will be able to create a process from which an outstanding nominee emerges," the former president wrote. Both Obamas campaigned separately for Hillary Clinton and Biden in 2020, including large rallies on the closing weekends before Election Day. They delivered key speeches at the Democrats' convention in 2020, a virtual event because of the coronavirus pandemic. The former president's speech was especially notable because he unveiled a full-throated attack on Trump as a threat to democracy, an argument that endorsed as part of Harris' campaign. And finally, Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador thanked Guatemala on Friday for helping the nearly 600 Mexicans who have crossed into Guatemala to escape drug cartel violence, but also minimize the violence that drove them there. In his first comments since the referees fled earlier this week, the president went on to add that Mexico is a large country, and like many other parts of the world, there are conflicts. Our political adversaries want to see that our government is unstable, that violence demonstrates, and our country is being destroyed, he said. The National Guard would secure the area and the situation would soon be resolved, he said. A Guatemalan government reports that some 580 people had fled violence in the Mexican state of Chiapas, including men, women, children, and elderly. Families who crossed to the Guatemalan municipality of Julico said shootouts had forced them to flee, and the drug cartels had made locals work checkpoints and used them as human shields while they battled their rivals. Guatemalan President Bernardo Arevalo said Wednesday his administration would coordinate the humanitarian response through there was little sign of it yet. Arevalo said his administration was working with the local governments near the border to attend to the Mexicans who are escaping conflict between groups that is taking place on the Mexican side. Still, there was more than came from the Mexican side, where authorities did not respond to requests for comment about the situation until Friday. And that is it for koolNews at noon. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvhthephilippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back with more headlines later with koolNews at 4, 6, and 9 with an hour long of koolNews prime time. Until then, I am Cairo, aka Aspir, and we will see you later for more headlines at 4 in the afternoon. Goodbye for now.